demoing our app LittleData today. The screen's hopefully gone blank. So I started this product idea really about a year ago, and I've worked as a product consultant and product manager for a number of companies, and they all seem to have the same problem. Lots of them were capturing brilliant information about what was happening on every bit of their website and app, and they had all this amazing wealth of big data flowing in, but they couldn't actually get any simple, actionable insights of what to do with the data they're capturing. So typically, the problem was they had Google Analytics installed, they had, I'm actually going to maybe get rid of that. Is that better? Yeah. So they had Google Analytics installed, they've got all the stuff there, but you get a report like that, a big table of numbers, how the hell do you do something with it? So LittleData, we've developed a way of pulling the raw data from Google Analytics and spotting trends, benchmarking, and recommending different ways you can see what's happening on your website. So currently, you're welcome to go and do this. It's a free sign up. What you need to have is a Google Analytics account, obviously. So I'm just going to access with my Google account there. And I've got quite a lot, because I do this as a consultant. I've got quite a lot of different Google Analytics views. But I'm going to pick first off, I'll just to show you what it works, I'll do two. I'll do one I did earlier, and I know it works. So we'll do UCL Life Learning. So this website is it's actually part of UCL. It's basically an amalgamation of their short courses. And what we get, let's just make that a little bit bigger. One more. Okay, so basically what we've done is we've pulled a whole load of information about the site. So we see here we've got 6 reports. So let's just look at the overall report. So it's spotted that we've actually had one interesting change here over the last day. So we set up a goal called Click for Apply for Courses, and it's recognised that actually the number of people doing that, although it's still low numbers, that is a statistically significant drop, about 40% fewer people doing that than the day before. So I might want to go and investigate that. Was that something changed on the site? Did we have a different source of traffic? That's the magic that we need to do in the future, is help you drill into that a bit more. But you can see the key difference with Google Analytics. It's actually giving you a plain English statement and selecting for you the bits that it finds interesting. So similarly with the kind of trending pages reports, so you have to ignore the slight NaN bug there. But we have a particular page here, which is you see a course, a statistical programming introduction course. We haven't managed to pull a screenshot, but we would have done. And that was up 19 times. So over the previous days, we'd only got 1 or 2 visits a day. Now we got 20. Okay, that's obviously showing some interest. So again, we've got just a little explanation here of what that means and what you might want to investigate next. So that is it, really, in terms of the product at the moment. You can obviously just filter those reports and just show the most important ones if you want to. So I'll just show you for one more site, just to kind of get you an idea. So let's look at let's look at made.com. So we do a lot of work with them. So I'm going to look at their German site. So it's just going to take a few minutes. This is quite a high traffic site, so I'll just talk over it. So basically the idea is that we have to do all this reporting in the background, but once you've set it up, you then get regular updates every day. So if there's something significant that's happened on your site, you get an email. So you can see it's found a couple of different things happen with this site. It's the same different thing, but anyway. So this time we're looking at the week compared with the week before, and we can see we've got a significant drop in people who've added stuff to their cart. So there we go. That is the product. Any questions?
Do you have any questions?
Yes, okay. I guess the specific feedback we're looking for, as you can see, we've got something, but we have a real massive number of different directions we could take this in. We can make it more interesting for people looking at SEO type reports. We can make it more interesting for people doing social media marketing. So I did, for your experience, where the kind of areas of the business that would be most useful for. And I guess also specific market feedback. We'd love to hear from people who say, I do this and I'd use it in this, I could see us using it in this situation.
Okay, fantastic. Is that working? So, big round of applause, and then hands up whoever's got a question. You're going to get to use my mic. I know, pretty exciting. Oh, furthest person away. Yeah, you do. It's being recorded. It's very clever. Check.
Let's test 1, 2. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Okay, so I'm the founder of a business, which is not important for this presentation. First, congratulations. It looks awesome. And I'm also responsible for product development, and we have a team of around 12 people. It's really interesting to see how you only select a few insights, which is better to look at than just open up Google Analytics and all the other KISS metrics and all of the other data analytics tools which everybody has access to, and get the best thing. My questions are around, so does it do intelligence or does it capture these special snippets of information over only the features which Google Analytics has implemented, or does it also do some mathematics around other numbers and presents stuff itself?
Well, that depends. Going back to the point about where we go next, it depends whether we prioritize pulling. So currently, the only data source we run that on is Google Analytics. Now, that was a strategic decision to get started because I think from my research, about 80% of kind of large-scale websites install Google Analytics, so that's a very big market to work with. But we don't currently pull in other data sources, is the point. So,
because for us, for example, it would be super important if it had insights over cohorts. So Google just released for everybody the cohorts analysis, which to us is the most important thing. And in all my past businesses, it was the #1 tool to analyze the performance of customers. And so it would be amazing if you had these insights over cohorts, like your cohorts are going down or up or sideways. Or
that is possible because that data is in Google Analytics. As a slight caveat on how they do cohorts, but
Awesome.
Who else? Righty-ho, coming round.
Thank you. Hi. Does it learn these measurements itself, or do you define it somewhere? Like you define the threshold and say, okay, below this will be alarm or something, or does it learn itself and then say it's okay? There is a behavior which is other than the usual, and then it alarms itself. So it's
it looks at the trend of your particular stats. So it's in this case, the reason that it's spotted that is significant is not just because it's moved from 1 to 20. I mean, actually, frankly, it might have been at 20 the day before and 30 the day before that, so it might not be significant at all. It finds it significant because it's looked at 50 days worth of trend, and actually, you've never gone above 2 or 3 page views, and so suddenly you're off the scale. Do you see what I mean? So what it doesn't do yet, but one of the ideas of where we want to take it in the next 6 months is learning, is trying to tailor reports to you, your company, and your job title. So what we recognise is that depending on, if I was in content marketing, for example, this report might be super interesting for me because I've just spent all the time actually putting this new blog post together, and I really want to know whether it's getting any traction. Whereas if my job is really about kind of overall design and website optimization, I might not be interested in that particular kind of report. So what we want to do is start letting it learn what particular types of businesses and types of job role, what kind of reports they want to see.
And if you have some measurement which it's not picking up, right, and you really want to know, perhaps 1% will matter you a lot for next 1 week.
Yeah.
And can you input your exception in it rather than it's learning itself?
I think so. We actually had a feature which, to be honest, we've culled, where you could kind of vote on reports, and we culled it because basically no one did. But that was the idea, that you could kind of vote down and say, I don't want to see so many of these, or show me more of these types of reports. I mean, it's one of those things where I think when you're going through these iterations, you have to just make a call and say, honestly, it seemed like people want to do that, but no one actually does, so let's move on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who's next? Feedback, questions? Right, there we go. This is why I don't have a gym membership.
Hello. So I used to work as a digital manager in a marketing agency, and I spent a lot of my time picking through Google Analytics, pulling out stuff exactly like this. So I think that feels like a really key market, I think, from my experience. something I don't know if you can do, but I would have wanted to be able to do was essentially to set different things by client that I was dealing with that was significant. And I also used to spend a lot of time picking over like social analytics. So being able to integrate that into something like this with like e-commerce analytics would be amazingly valuable.
Yeah. I should have added in terms of the kind of market feedback, and that's exactly, it feels fundamentally like we could make the product more suitable for agencies and them giving the report to their clients, or more suitable for end, and we're not quite sure which way to go, so that's really helpful.
There was one over there somewhere. Yeah?
What's the direction like in terms of, do you want to just keep it as a standalone website where people just visit and then get information, or maybe an app, or you want to integrate it within, larger corporate beasts infrastructure, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that last one, larger corporate beast infrastructure. But I think, for example, no, I'm really keen that what we specialise in is the analysis, and that actually we push it out into channels that people use it. So, for example, one of the ideas I'm really keen to do the next couple of weeks is build a Slack integration, so that, because I realise a lot of people are using that now, so that you could just set this up as a channel, and then if you wanted to, check out what's been happening on your website recently, you could just look at that Slack channel. Because in a way, if you think about our sort of concept of, a kind of constantly updated list of, that lends itself very well to the idea of a kind of, because what we realise from the user feedback so far is, people want to know they've got their backs covered, that we're going to spot something, and they're not going to miss important trends, but they don't honestly read the emails every day because it would just get boring after a bit. So it's a kind of thing you want to, sort of hone in on and check what's happening, and then, get out again.
Thank you very much. That's all we have time for there for Edward. So
Thank you.
For Edward.